Hi, what's up, YouTube's 09 Double Team coming at you with another locals update on a bujin deck, top 4. They split 50 instead of playing to the top, so we don't know who top number 1. But if they would have kept going up, he probably would have won. Even though he's another bujin player, but his build really better to me. This is top 4 deck profile, and he's gonna show a side deck and all. So yeah, let's get to it.
Alright guys, some of my matchups worth first game 1 I played Fire Kings. Game 2 I played against some sort of like a
Miss Valley.
Yeah, Miss
That was
Valley.
game 3. Game 2 you played Fire Kings because I played Fire Kings first.
Oh right. Game 1 I played
Round 1.
round 1. What did I play first?
I don't know. You was on the other table. You was across from me.
Oh, 6 Hams.
6 hands.
Yeah, for round 1, 6 Hams. He just couldn't get through Yamato even though he had Shien. Game 2 I played Fire Kings, and that was a pretty good duel. He was a good player. Round 3 I played like a hybrid Harpy deck. It was Miss Valley, but he had some Harpy stuff in it. It was actually good. I couldn't summon Yamato for like 2 of the duels, but I was able to get through that. Round 4 I played Mermels, and I think I got cheated, and I didn't realize something, but I'll talk about that later. And then top 8 I played Fire Kings again, and that was another good match. And then that was top 4. So here's the deck profile. The main deck worked out well. I barely even went to Exceed. So 3 Yamato. It's a standard. Steps up your plays. This kind of wins you games. To be honest, like 2 of my matches, 2 of the games I didn't even summon Yamato. Yamato wasn't even. I didn't draw it. So I was surprised I was even able to win without him. So 3 Yamato staple. Tamikazuchi. I did go to him. I think I went into him more than I went to Yamato the whole time I was at locals. So he's good as a 1900 beater. And then what's good about this card, if you get over something and you crane, if a bujin card's in the graveyard, you had a bujin spell trap from your deck to your hand. I run 2 Carnations, so since I did that, I grabbed Carnation, and that was good. Next, run 2 Hair. It's a staple. 2 Hair is great. Protects your Beach Warriors. And run 2 Turtle. This is a regular bujin lineup. Pretty much everyone runs. None too special. 3 Crane. Honest of the deck. So just get over everything. 1 Quillen. 1 Centipede here to the back row. 1 Bear. This actually worked out pretty good. It's a good bait out card to bait out solid warnings and bombs and stuff.
So you want to tell them why you decided not to run Arasuda?
Arasuda's not good right now until her roommate comes out. So when her roommate comes out, I'm probably gonna main 2 her roommates to Arasuda. But Arasuda is just, it's dead to me. I mean, you can't really. What's the point of you removing a card, special summoning it, usually on your opponent's turn? So it's a 1900 defensive card that's not doing anything. So I guess you use it to Exceeds, but I didn't really have the space for it anyway. So, and when I did run it was dead draw. So 1 Honest, clutch card, and 2 Veiler. I know a lot. For some reason, people do not like Veiler. I know people still run it, but I see a lot of deck profiles. People just don't run Veiler. They run triple Fiendish. I think it is right now run 2 Veiler, 2 Fiendish, so you have 4 cards that can stop monster effects. So that's the monster lineup. Let's run 3 Tanky. Tanky gets hit, it just gives me more space to put in other stuff. And if Tanky gets out, you just put in Peacock. So I really don't care about that. 3 Tanky standard. Get your mottos, get your stuff. 3 MST, gotta get rid of back row. Side cards.
Them gold rares.
Yeah. The thing with this card, game 1 you can play freely. Game 2 kind of gotta hold it for the side card because people in the tournament sided hard against me. When I played Fire King's guy, he sided Zombie World, so everything will become zombie. So I just held MST and my extra Dust Tornado. So I might put actually 2 Dust Tornadoes. Sometimes you don't draw into this and you really need 3 MST. 3 duality. You special summon, but not as much. So duality, just another way to get Yamato. 2 Kaiser.
He had 3.
I had it at 3, but I cut 1 because I probably only drew 1. Kaiser's good, but it's good at 2 because your opponent he can't do much with Kaiser on the board. The thing with the Murmo, when I misplayed when I played Murmos, he finished Yamato while I had Kaiser on board. I should have just kept it because I had hair and turtle in the grave. So I tried to Xyz and he solved it, and then from there it was just downhill. But learn from mistakes. But 2 Kaiser, 2 Bujin Carnation. I used to have 2 Regalia, 1 Carnation, but I made that change as soon as the tournament started because I was thinking I'd rather go to an Xyz play than put a Bujin back in the grave where I can just go into Xyz and put anything back in the grave. So I'd rather do that than put a Bujin card from my remove from play back in the grave. So this worked out better, way better actually. It was actually very clutch. 1 Foolish, 1 Book. Foolish to get your stuff in the grave faster. Book is a great card.
You don't want Dark Hole?
I don't need for Dark Hole. You usually have monsters on board, and I wouldn't want to waste a hair activating Dark Hole. So to me, Dark Hole's a waste. I get over most things anyway, so I don't really need it. 1 Regalia to put stuff back in the grave. I usually hold this card until my opponent MSTs or does something to it. But it's a good card. I hold on it usually until I really need it. And it gets my cranes back also, which is good. 2 Fiendish. Like I said, people with 3 Fiendish, but I can get MST, so that's why I run 2 Veil, 2 Fiendish. 1 Torrential, 1 Bottomless, 1 Solemn, and 1 Mirror Force. Most of my trap cards I hold because I usually let my opponent, do whatever they want for the first couple, whatever, turns, and then I start activating my stuff. So that's the main deck. It's a 40-card main deck. Probably going to go to 44 when Harume comes out, because I'm going to add 2 Harumes and 2 Air-Suitors. So, onto the extra deck. 2 Susanoo. I actually have 3, actually. I just put a card sleeve on it. 3 Susanoo. To be honest, my extra deck, I summoned 2 cards from my extra deck. 1 Susanoo, 1 Kakasuchi. I barely use my extra deck. 1 Kakasuchi was a great card. I went to this. Kind of saved me a couple duels. Some duels I messed up, but yeah. So the 1-ofs, Tiger King, Black Ship, Exxon Collaborative, Star Leech, Diamond Dyer, Crazy Box for Skill Drain. Didn't run to that. Mindstroke, Omega, Tsukiyomi, which I probably will never go into unless I absolutely have to, but I never go to Tsukiyomi. I just got it because it looks cool. I mean, it's a cool looking card. I want Cowboy Name game. Like I said, only 2 extra deck cards I played was Kakasuchi, Susanoo. I mean, they didn't get Bottomless. They didn't get, anything because I usually bait them out or people use them on Yamato or Bear or something, but so I use these. These are the only 2 extra deck cards I use, but the other ones are actually good. Side deck. I only use like 4 cards in side deck, but side deck actually worked out in the tournament. So 2 Maxi sided against Mermels and Fire Kings worked out. Fire Kings I think are +3 when he was going with Circle and Grimmix and all that, so that's good. DD Crow. I side DD Crow every duel. I had everyone just had to go into their graveyard a lot. I actually might main DD Crow because DD Crow is there's a lot of decks out there that rely on their graveyard, and I'm not going to sign D-Fissure Macro because it's going to mess up my deck. So I actually might get a 3rd DD Crow because a lot of people rely on their side deck. I mean their graveyard. 2 Spell Shattering Arrows. If you don't know what this card does, it's good to get Fire Fist or Madolches or Prophecy. It's a quick play. You flip it, destroy all face-up spell cards, and your opponent takes 500. So destroys your opponent's spells, and he takes 500 each. Didn't side it because I didn't run the Fire Fist, but it's would have worked if I did. 2 Prohibition, so your opponent won't use a certain card. Guy used a card like Prohibition. It was a monster where it's just say it couldn't be used. So he did that against my Yamato, and it kind of worked. So it actually did work. He beat me, I think, one of the games. 2 Mind Crush when you search, 1 Debunk, 1 Curse, Seed or Forbidden Spell. This card's great. You discard, and your opponent can't use a spell for the rest of the duel. 1 Black Horn of Heaven, 1 Dust, extra MSTs, also very clutch. And 1 Decree if I run into like any stun decks, skill drain, any decks like that. So that's a side deck. Like I said, the main deck.
What was your worst matchup?
Worst matchup was Mermails because I misplayed, and even though I misplayed, I could have still won. It's just he drew everything he needed just to stop Yamato and get myself in the grave, and I didn't. So that's just what happened. The guy, I mean, I don't even think he top 4. I think that was the only match he won. He was good. I mean, the guy was actually, I didn't really like the guy. He was like mean and like I don't know. He just didn't look like he was having fun to me. I don't know. I mean, this game is about fun, so he didn't look like he just looked too serious. But that's my top 4 bujin deck. Like I said, the main deck just worked out. I didn't really have to side too much. I barely went to my Exceeds plays. Barely we went to Yamato. I don't know if that's luck or not, or I just drew really well. But if you just play the deck right, this deck will work out. Remember this on Double Team. Remember to like and subscribe.